Okay, Stevie, well, congratulations, you're the Ladbrokes Championship Manager of the Month. This management game's pretty easy, isn't it?
I wish it was, I wish it was. Try and tell that to my family and friends at the moment. You know, it's 24/7 and loving every minute of it. You know, it was going to be a challenge, but I'd just like to say thanks to the playing staff and the coaching staff and everybody about the club that has allowed me to make the transition into the manager's position.
It's been a fantastic 2 or 3 weeks, 4 wins, another clean sheet again on Saturday. There's a real sense of optimism about the club, which wasn't there about a month ago.
They're now, because of victories, brings a positivity about the place, and they've been hard fought victories, but very disciplined and hard work ethic to the performances as well. So, you know, it's going to be much more of the same between now and the end of the season, but as I say, there's more positivity about the place now that we've managed to start climbing the league.
Queen of South on Saturday, it was another 1-0 win. It's certainly not a classic by any means, particularly the first half. The second half, again, it seems to be a theme of those victories lately, that the first half hasn't been great, but the second half we've kicked on. Why do you think that is? I
think because the league's that close, and I mean, you've got sides that are fighting for every point, that, you know, sometimes the occasion it becomes a dogfight on the pitch itself, you know, and Queens were up here to try and come away with 3 points on Saturday, and that's the pleasing thing. We're standing up to, you know, difficult periods and spells in games, and then what we're managing to do is finish games strongly and you know, go on and win games now, whereas we maybe would have been hanging on for a point maybe 5-6 weeks ago. Ryan
Blair scored a fantastic goal. You did tell us he's got a sweet left foot, and he certainly showed that on Saturday.
No, he has, and you know, he's had a couple of efforts from set plays. His delivery from set plays has been excellent, but there was a little bit of composure in the moves. The 2 long ridges done great down the left hand side. A nice ball into the inside, and when he shifted it onto his left foot, I'm not saying I knew he was going to score, but he's definitely got the capabilities, and I'm delighted for him.
Another player that I want to single out is the fans player of the month, James Cragen. He's played just about every position in the team. His enthusiasm is really infectious, and he's been fantastic over the past few games. No, he has, and you know, it's great that if he's been voted fans player of the month, because there's then that connection again with the fans, and James, I think they appreciate that he's played every position just about in the park this season, and we certainly appreciate him as well. Saturday then, Alloa are next up, and it's, you know, we haven't beaten them at East End this season. We've played them 3 times and not beaten them, and it was a victory over there last time we played them. They're a difficult side, but they're also a good side as well, aren't they? No, they're a good side, and if you let them play football, you know, they've got good footballers. But some boys I've worked with over my coaching career, very wary that if they get time on the ball, they're good enough to hurt you. Credit to them, you know, they've come into the league and they're in that pack where it's very tightly knit, you know, the bottom 6 places. So as you rightly said, we found it difficult when they've come in their travels to East End, and we managed to get a victory there the last time in the league. So that's got to be our focus, to go there and try and win the 3 points. In terms of where we are in the league now, we're in the playoffs. We're 4th place, which is something you probably wouldn't have envisaged just 3 or 4 weeks ago, but now we're there. We need to continue this good form and make sure that we are in the playoffs at the end of the season. The pleasing thing for us is, you know, when I first came into position, everybody was saying a club like Dunfermline should be in the playoffs. We're actually, in fact, we now are in the playoff positions, and albeit, you know, there's a couple of sides below us that have got games in hand, but we've got the points on the board, and our focus, I've said before, is not looking over our shoulder. We've got to look at who's above us, and, you know, here's got to be our next target. That's not getting carried away. That's just, you know, continuing to be positive. The players got to stay grounded. Everybody about the place, coaching staff, it comes from ourselves, that if we stay level-headed, grounded, work hard and disciplined, then we'll continue to get results between now and the end of the season. There's 9 games to go until the end of the season. It's getting to every point is crucial, and every game is crucial. Have you set yourselves internal targets in terms of how many points you think you need for the playoffs? No, but what we did a few weeks ago is we actually put a target in place. You know, and I don't want to come out and say what those targets were, because, you know, it can add pressure sometimes, or you know, it can cause its own problems. But collectively as a group we've done it. We're very much on track to try to hit the targets that we set ourselves, and it was important the players led it, they involved the staff in it, so it's had a positive effect on
on results, and long may that continue.
Finally, Stevie, injury update. I know there's still a few players in now. What's the latest?
Yeah, Aidan Conley has unfortunately found himself on the treatment table, so you know this weekend will come too soon for Aidan. Face is progressing, he's progressing well, but again, you know, I think the weekend will come too early. The pleasing thing for us is Miles Hippolyte and James Vincent have got a full week's training under their belt, and Jackson Longridge, albeit I know he was involved last week, Jackson's got another week under his belt, so you know, positives on that front.